Hello everyone, this will be my recap of the first season of the Flight Attendant. Alright, let's go! The season started with Cassandra Bowden, or just Cassie, who's a flight attendant along with her friends Megan and Shane, who are the important ones. During one of her flights, she meets this guy by the name of Alex Sokolov, who's very rich but recently stole a bunch of money from a bunch of criminals. He then hits it off with Cassie after their flight, so they go on a date. During this date, a woman by the name of Miranda meets up with Alex to talk about the money he stole, in order to better protect it. But sadly that night, while Cassie the alcoholic was passed out, an assassin by the name of Felix comes in and unalives Alex, while looking for the account numbers of the money Alex stole and hid away in the book. Sadly for Felix, he killed Alex before realizing that Cassie had the book. Cassie then wakes up next to Alex's dead body and does absolutely everything in her power to look as guilty as possible. She cleaned up the crime scene, touched the murder weapon, everything but kill Alex. And it doesn't help that she's an alcoholic because she barely remembers anything that happened that night. She then goes back to the States and gets help from her lawyer friend Annie, because two FBI agents are investigating the murder of Alex. Those agents being Kim and Van. Anyways, with the help of Annie and her boyfriend Max, he's able to find out that the Sokolovs are very bad people. And surprisingly, the only person who wasn't too fond of the family business was Alex, who is 100% dead, but a version of him is alive in Cassie's head, and she constantly talks to him in order to solve his murder. Also to deal with the fact that she's a high-functioning alcoholic. And while Cassie and Alex deal with Cassie's childhood trauma, let's catch up with Megan, the unfortunate, who has been tricked by the Korean government to steal blueprints and a bunch of other classified data from her husband. And you know what the worst part is? The whole time she was doing this, she thought she was gonna get her husband promoted.
You poor thing.
Which brings us to Miranda, who's an assassin that's hired by Victor, who Alex stole money from. Miranda then finds Cassie and decides to work with Cassie in order to get rid of Victor and Felix, because she kinda grew fond of Cassie. I don't know how, but she did. Anyways, they come up with the plan to kill Felix, who has been going by the name of Buckley. And sadly for Cassie, she has wrestled naked with this psychopath on more than one occasion. But the plan was simple. Cassie will get Buckley to lower his guard in a hotel room, which is where Miranda will come in to unalive Buckley. But that plan fails because Miranda goes off to first unalive Victor, which she does, but she got shot in the leg while doing so, which kept her from meeting Cassie on time. Cassie then gets the help of a friend by the name of Enrico to help her kill Buckley. But sadly for Enrico, he gets stabbed in the gut. And just when it looks like Cassie's about to be put on a shirt, Shane comes in and shoots Buckley, because it turns out he's part of the CIA and is investigating Megan for being a Korean spy. Speaking of Megan, she leaves her family some money and goes on the run. Enrico lives, but sadly so does Buckley. And the season ends with Shane offering Cassie a job with the CIA.
What?
And yeah, I hope I answered all your questions, but if I didn't, be sure to leave a comment. That's it. If you enjoyed that video and want to see more like it, leave a like and subscribe. Adios.